Imperfection often hides a dark secret, and in Lindell, the glorious capital of the kingdom, that secret is a shame hidden deep in the depths of its sewers. Under a starry night, the eternal Queen Marika gave birth to twins, but not even the power of a goddess can prevent a curse. Something terrible had happened. 2 omens had been born unto this world. Disgraced innocents, born deformed, with protruding horns endlessly growing just like their bodies, making them monstrously huge. Warts, tumours and wounds invade their flesh. Many fail even to reach adulthood. Some are sacrificed. Others died after the brutal removal of their horns due to their parents' desperation to appear normal. And many others are abandoned in the sewers of this most exquisite city. How could Queen Marika and her husband, kings of the Divine Order, immortal gods, introduce such disgrace to the world? Had they been born of any poor family, they would have had no qualms about drowning them or throwing them off a cliff. But these were the children of kings, and thus they were kept alive. But at what cost? Like many other omen babies, the sewers of the city became their home. There, hundreds of children cried for their mothers, starving and freezing to death as the deformity ruined their bodies. Imperfect beings externally, yet longing for the love of a woman who dared to call herself mother. Morgott and Mog were separated and chained by the power of the Elden Ring, and thus they could not escape. But something unexpected happened. Queen Marika broke the ring, and thus the shackles that bound her children, sealed by this golden power, were no longer a problem anymore. Just as life has made its way through rot, loyalty and love can make its way through abandonment and coldness. Morgott grew up with an immense love and respect for his mother Marika, and for the Golden Order, hoping that perhaps, just maybe, one day, his mother would come back for him. Despite never receiving a single word of affection, once he was released from the sewers, he never left his home. His place was to defend Lindell, defend the Erd Tree, and the Golden Order that abandoned him at birth. The shattering broke out like an unstoppable wave descending upon the capital. The demigods fought with bloodlust for the throne and the conquest of power. Hopeless ambition cornered the walls of Lindell. Everyone wanted the crown. Everyone except Morgott. From the depths of the city, a flawless warrior arose to lead Lindell's troops with strength and strategy worthy of a hero. One by one, great warriors and endless hosts were defeated by an omen that for the first time had found grace, as well as affection, in the thousands of soldiers he led. Morgott earned his fame, besting even the great General Radahn. His feat was such that Lindell was freed from the suffocation of the war, emerging victorious. Although the Grace never thanked him for his support, the thousands of soldiers and inhabitants of the capital did. For the first time, Lindell chose its own king. But Morgott is better than the Golden Order. Better than his brothers. Better than the people who raised him. His loyalty is such that he hid in the shadows so as not to inconvenience his people. After all, he was misshapen. An omen. He took the name of Margott and reigned from the shadows, the most brilliant and noble king ever known. He was the protector of a golden tree that still yet rejected him over and over again. No one could be allowed to visit Marika, ever. And if he wasn't worthy, no tarnished would be either. You want to crown yourself as Elden Lord? One of his projections resides in Stormvale Castle. He will try to prevent you from reaching Godric, who has lost his sanity a long time ago. Morgott cannot afford that by defeating him, you are one step closer to the Erd Tree. He is a being who never received love, and yet in turn, loved. The king that Lindell always deserved, and a worthy successor to the lordship of Elden. A master strategist like his mother Marika, and a fierce warrior like his father Godfrey. Shunned by his brethren, abandoned by his twin Mog, unwavering morals and fierce loyalty, Morgott is the hero of the Great Will, even after being disowned by it. And now you, tarnished, you approach the Erd Tree, attempting to obtain a title that does not belong to you, emboldened by the flame of ambition. I hope you don't survive. Have it writ upon thy meagre grave, felled by King Morgott, last of all kings. Put your foolish ambitions to rest.